Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. I am here at the home of Daryl Hill, and with him is Nels Thompson, and it's time to get ready for the 2017 Christmas bird count. Gentlemen, welcome back. Again, we have you on every year to the Owatonna Today Show.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay. It's fun. Daryl, we're going to start with you because you're kind of the founder of the Christmas bird count here in Steele County, yep. Not the actual founder of the Christmas bird count. Sure. So first of all, tell us what was the origin of the Christmas bird count?
Well, the origin was that in New York State, they had what was called the Christmas side hunt. And what that means is that people around Christmas time would go out with their rifles and shotguns, mm-hmm. and they would kill as many animals as they could find, as many birds as they could find. And they'd bring them back, and they'd be in a big pile, and the one who had the biggest pile was the winner. And at the same time...
That's incredible.
Isn't that something?
It is, yes.
And thankfully for Frank Kaplan, who was an ornithologist, and that's just when the Audubon Society was starting, came and said, mm-hmm. why don't we start counting them instead of shooting them?
Right.
And so that's what happened. That was the origin of how the Christmas bird count started.
Okay, and then when did you start the Christmas bird count here in Steele County, Daryl?
Well, we've done it 45 times. This will be our 46th year. And Nels has been on every one of them, so he's a good sidekick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But the fun of it is, too, we count birds, but we also are getting a lot of community people involved in counting birds and an interest in birds, mm-hmm. because they know some of them, and so we want to count them on this one day. Now, I mentioned it was on the 16th of December. And the area that we can count the birds in is with Havana as the center point.
Okay.
Then you go 7.5 miles out and draw a circle. Mm-hmm. We can count birds anytime, any bird within that circle. Mm-hmm. And so that would include all of Owatonna, the Rice Lake State Park. It goes over to right next to us here, the town, and south as far as the Aurora Wildlife Area. Mm-hmm. And so if we are in that part, we'd like to invite people to come and count birds so that we can count that on our count.
Okay, and then who do you report the results to?
Well, what we do is we total the number of birds that we see both in the field, which means we drive around this area, mm-hmm. and we also count at the home. That's called a feeder count.
Okay, feeder count. Like, for instance, while you are outside in the cold, if it is cold, Alice is going to be here at home counting the feeders.
That is correct.
Right, Alice? She just nodded yes, so. Okay, and I do a bird feeder count at my house as well.
Yes, and that's what we are inviting people to do from their house. And if you're interested, then you can get a hold of me, and I'll give them more instructions on that.
On that, okay.
But Nels probably could tell us a little about what a feeder count is and what he does.
And how you do it, because there is a little bit of finesse to it.
Yes.
Too. Okay, so we'll just hand that over. And then, Nels, why don't you hold up that poster that's down there, because that actually is a good representation of the types of birds that you could see at your feeders.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could give a poster like this to all of the participants?
Yes, yes.
Looking at them like this as a quickie on a TV show is probably not going to be too memorable.
No, it doesn't, but it kind of gives you an idea.
Yeah, the point might best be that there aren't really so many to pick from, so you shouldn't be fooled too much, although there's always a couple of things that show up that you hadn't expected.
Right.
Well, anyway, the counts Daryl's kind of alluded to already. they are done such that you have a group called feeder counters, and then there's that group called field counters. The circle he referred to is cut into 4 quadrants, northeast, northwest, and so on. And there are groups of people in that take a quadrant, assuming we have enough people to do it. That sometimes is a challenge. But anyway, we take a quadrant and we basically count everything we see. Now, the trick is, of course, as others have asked, how do you know you're not counting the same one twice? Well, we do have a trick or a procedure for that. At the feeder, for example, if you're sitting watching, if you count, you see a chickadee, let's say, and then 20 minutes later you see 2 chickadees, and another 20 minutes later you see another chickadee, that comes out to be 2. So you count the most you ever see at any one time.
At one time, right.
And if you see them scattered throughout the day, that's pretty cool, but you have to just go with the most you see at any one time.
At one time. Or if you are observant enough, if there's any type of feather differences or something like that, you can maybe count, additional ones, but you have to be really sure of the markings.
Yeah, exactly. Downy woodpeckers, the males have a red patch on the back of their head, and you might see 2 males at one time, and then later on a female.
And the female does not have the red patch on the back of her
She
head.
is without the red patch. So then you would have 3. Even though the most you saw at one time was 2, you did see that there was a difference in that second observation. We have the same basic rules out in the field. Sometimes it gets a little trickier because we see big flocks of birds, snow buntings, long spurs, and some others. And those we end up doing some estimating. And if you've been out, that's easy enough to do. We've done it so many times that we estimate pretty carefully. But, in those kinds of deals, you might get some overlap, and that's basically okay because those big groups of field birds, if you're off by 25 or 30 out of maybe 400 or 500, it's probably not too big a deal.
Right. And why is it important that we do the bird count?
Maybe I could answer. Maybe I could help with that answer.
Okay.
What we do, we have a circle here in Owatonna, but we have probably 65 in the state of Minnesota. We have them all over Canada. They have them all over the United States. They have them in South America, Central America. And so we count then our numbers send them to Audubon Society. How many we see during our one day. Now these days, when we look at them, is around Christmas time. And so it gives a snapshot, if they total all the numbers, of are there more birds now than there were last year? Or it tells is the range of the birds moving farther north or south. So it's the largest citizen scientific project in the world.
And does everyone count on the same day? Are they supposed to?
They count within a 2-week period, that's basically the same time.
Okay.
Otherwise, migration would make a factor on the birds.
Right, sure. And and of course, what can affect bird numbers would be what's happening that day as far as the weather is concerned. If we're having a blizzard, obviously bird numbers will be much more difficult to find because they're going to be hunkered down. But if it's warm
So are we going to be hunkered down?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
And you're talking about last year where that's just what happened. They advised no travel, and it was bad.
Oh, that's right. We had a lot of snow.
It does make a difference.
It does make a difference. And yet again, weather like today, that we're filming this and it's about 43 degrees outside, that can make a difference too.
We would like you, if you could, not have cold enough weather to freeze over Lake Colmeyer. Because our largest day where we counted over 8,000 birds was the year that lake was not frozen over.
That's right.
And so there were a lot of ducks and geese and all kinds of birds.
We got a couple swans too there, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. On the other hand, in the field counting, days that are balmy and nice do not produce a lot of birds because the little rascals can hide so well.
They can.
And if they don't have any reason to get up because eating is easy and everything is kind of good for them, we don't see quite so many out in the country.
Right, so you kind of want a mixture.
Yeah, it'd be good to have a little snow cover. It gives us a good backdrop to count them with.
Exactly. So you can, if you want to, call Daryl and volunteer to go out in the field count. But he also looks for a number of people to do feeder counts at their own homes. So Daryl, I will put up on screen contact information for you. When would you like to be contacted by if someone's going to do a feeder count? What date?
Well, I would say maybe a week before that.
Okay.
A week before that.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to do, if you know some of the birds, we count it. I'd like to get over 100 counters this year.
Oh, wow.
That will be my goal. So if you know it, you're not going to know everyone, but we can maybe help you identify what they are.
Okay.
So don't be afraid to try it.
And over the past 45 years, how many different species of birds have been counted? Not necessarily all on the same day, but over that period of time.
Well, during our 45 counts, we've found 106 different species on our Owatonna count.
Which is pretty amazing, considering the vast majority of our birds actually migrate out of here in the wintertime.
And the one last year was an owl that you saw. Tell about that.
Oh, yes, the short-eared owl, yes.
Or not? That was our new one.
That was a new one, yeah, that was pretty cool. I think Nils got that one, didn't you, Nils? Nelson and his erstwhile partner Lowell got that. Okay, so again, Christmas bird count is Saturday, December 16th. And look on the screen, there will be the contact information for how you get a hold of Daryl if you either want to do a field count or a feeder count. So, gentlemen, thank you so much, and good birding.
Yeah, thank you.
And please stay with us. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors. All right.
The majority of fatal home fires happen at night when people are sleeping. Smoke alarms give you time to escape. We recommend that you have a smoke alarm in every sleeping room of the house and on every floor in the common living areas. Smoke alarms should be tested monthly, and batteries should be replaced at least once a year. This is a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and the Village of Yesteryear. Check out our website for current exhibits and our monthly programs.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And I am here at the offices of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Southern Minnesota with Michelle Redmond and two lovely young ladies who are actually looking for a match with a big sister, Sanaya and Sarah. So all of you, welcome to the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Michelle, we are going to start with you. Every year at Christmas time, you have a program that you start called the 12 Kids of Christmas. And tell us what that is all about.
12 Kids of Christmas has been a wonderful program that has been around for many years. I've been here for 9.5 years, and we have been doing it long before that. And what it is it's kind of like the 12 Days of Christmas. It's a play off of that, is we highlight 12 kids that are on our wait list. And what a perfect gift to give these children would be a big. We have over 180 children currently waiting for a big. So this is just a small sampling of the children we do have waiting for a big in our program.
Okay. What is the benefit to the child to have a big, either sister or brother?
Sure. There's enormous benefits. The social benefit of having that special friend. There's academic benefits. There's so much research on what mentoring can do for children in preventing risky behaviors and also showing them different paths in life, not just seeing the one path that they have shown to them at home. By having a mentor, the whole world opens up to them with many different paths to follow.
Exactly. So now, how many counties do you serve?
We serve 4 counties. We serve Steele, Rice, Waseca, and Dodge counties.
Okay. And then currently you have how many matches?
As of today, we have 550 matches for this year,
yay.
which is phenomenal. Our goal for this year was 547, and so we've surpassed that today, and we still have a month left, but it just tells you the need for our program. Even though we've made more matches than ever, our wait list is longer than ever. So it's definitely, there's need out there. With every child we match, another one gets put on the wait list. The teachers, the community really see the benefit of our program, and that's why we do get more children enrolled in our program.
So do you have a certain criteria for who you do matches for with the young children, with the boys and girls?
Our only criteria is if the child's between the ages of 5 and 14 and they are in our service area. We have children from all walks of life, everything. And there isn't a basic criteria.
Okay.
Everybody's welcome to be part of our program.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to pull back now and show these 2 lovely ladies are going to be featured as two of the 12 kids of Christmas.
Yes.
So let's find out a little bit more about them. I'll let you
Wonderful.
choose who you're going to talk with first.
I will start right here. Oh, should I start with her? Okay. Wow, you're so polite. Oh, you're ready. You told us to get... What is your name?
My name is Sanaya.
Sanaya. Wonderful. And what grade are you in?
I am in 4th.
I think she's ready because she's already grabbing the microphone.
I think, yeah. Watch out, Michelle.
And what would be something you want for Christmas?
Something that I would want for Christmas is a house and some more clothes and some more shoes and toys and a home and many more things.
You've got a big list.
And I really want like a couple of more stuff, but I'm not a really greedy person. I'm really like a cheerful person, and I just want a couple of things, which is a home and stuff too.
A home seems very important to you.
Yes. Yeah. Can I ask another question? Can I? Wonderful. Why do you want a big sister?
I want a big sister because then I'll actually have somebody to hang out with and go to the park and actually be with right beside my mom, and I'll have someone to hang out with instead of just like sitting at home being bored and like just watching TV, because I want my brain to grow larger and larger, and when I'm like a grown woman, I really want to be a good person and help kids that are in need and that need help and that will grow to need help and be brave, because sometimes kids go through a struggle of bullying and all that, and I want to help kids that are getting bullied because they don't really feel like they want to be in this world like me.
You seem like a really nice person.
Like me, I'm getting bullied. I know some of my friends are talking behind my back, and like I've went through a lot of stuff, so I want to help kids that are going through the bullying situation, not having a home, and having things. I want to help them.
Sister can help you with that?
Yes, and I think that she can help me grow to be a very good person and actually go to college and graduate and make more friends.
Thank you so much. I'm going to talk to Sarah now. Thank you. Sarah, I already know your name. And what grade are you in?
4th.
Wow, you both are in 4th grade. And what school?
Lincoln.
And I think you both go to Lincoln. Wow. What are some things you want for Christmas?
I want a dollhouse that's pink, and I want A monster truck.
A monster truck. And why do you want a big sister?
Because I would like to play with them, and I would like to play like soccer and like football.
Do you like soccer and football?
Yes.
That would be really fun to play with at the park, right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And what could you imagine besides playing soccer and football? What else would you like to do with your big sister when you get matched?
Like go to the movie theaters or like go ice skating in the winter.
Fun. Those seems like really fun things. I think all of us would have fun doing that.
I would also like to go to the movie theater and go shopping with my big sister.
I think we might have a star
I think
here that
right
likes a
here,
microphone
yeah.
a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Both of you are doing such a great job. So, do you have more questions that you would?
Well, just these are 2 of 12 children, and then how would someone find out more about all of the children that you will be featuring for the 12 Kids of Christmas?
Sure, we have 12 children featured, and they're featured in an ad, and every day one is featured, and they talk about what they like to do and their wishes for Christmas, and it really highlights some special things on each child. And if for some reason you're reading about each child and you think that this might be the right child that you want to be a big brother or a big sister for, just give us a call. Contact us here at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we can see what we can make happen. We are only featuring, like I said, 12 children, and we have 180 children on our wait list. So there is a lot of children waiting for a big, and what a wonderful Christmas present it would be.
It would. How much of a commitment is it to be a big brother?
We
or big
ask
sister?
that you spend couple hours a couple times a month with a child.
Oh, okay.
So it's
not every week.
It's not a huge commitment. Some people choose to do an hour or 2 every week and do a consistent presence like that. But some people choose to do the every other week thing. Big Brothers Big Sisters provides over 50 activities free of charge for bigs and littles to attend.
Oh,
so there's a lot of options and activities to go to that are free. So you don't even really have to think of what to do with your little. You can just sign up and to go to these fun events that we have. We have horseback riding, we have kickball, we have lots of fun things that happen all the time. We have roller skating happening in a month.
In a month or so. Wow. And really, all the kids really want is just some of your time. So it doesn't have to be a big event or a big thing to do with them.
Yeah, a lot of people think that mentoring, they have to teach this child something huge and great, and they're really scared of that word mentor. But basically, mentoring is just being a friend to a child, being there with them, spending time, going to the park, hanging out, and just being someone special to talk to. That's what a mentor is. It's not a scary thing. It's very easy and natural when we match you with the right child.
Okay. And then how would someone get a hold of you then if they are interested in finding out more about becoming a big brother or a big sister?
Sure, they can simply call us at 451-5922, or they can go to our website at bbbsofsouthernmn.org.
Okay, great. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for sharing 2 of the 12 children of Christmas, and we wish all of you a very happy and prosperous and loving and kind holiday season.
Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you all.
Yes, and audience, please stay with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hey, there's the dog driving.
Anybody